So lovely to be here. My beautiful, delicious relationship recently ended. And I was very much in a place of alignment at the time. And as we parted, it felt like the grid was already filling in with a new relationship with the same person. And the last few months we've been in communication. In general, I have been in alignment about it. And as I interact with him and speak with him and see him, the what-isness of this doesn't match my vibrational reality that I can feel that we've created. I can taste it. I'm practicing it.
Why are you trying to make it about him? What's that about?
I don't know.
We do.
That's why I'm here.
Well, if you were to say to us, my wonderful, beautiful relationship has ended, and then you were to follow that up with the words, because things are always working out for me.
Yeah.
You would be in a more consistent vibrational point of attracting what you are wanting. Mm-hmm. But there is a hindrance, an unnecessary hindrance that you put into the equation when you specifically decide that what you're looking for is going to be fulfilled in this specific way. Mm-hmm. Because there's something about the combining of the two of you that was a vibrational mismatch in some way. And when you know what you don't want, you know more clearly what you do want. But if you were really in that place where the grid were filling in, it would fill in more quickly. And the fact that it isn't filling in, but you're still trying to make it fill in, is hindering to you rather than helpful to you. You see what we're getting at?
Yeah.
So if you could become very general and just say, we have some questions for you. What is it about the specifics of that person that make you want to cling to that? Well, it's because that person is real. That person is someone that I can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. And in the absence of someone else, then that person is the logical one. But what we want you to hear, and your question comes at a perfect opportunity in the understanding of what's unfolding here. It's a condition, the person is a condition that's easier for you to perceive. And you're like almost every other human. You'd rather focus upon something that is real than on something that you believe is not real, by something that is tangible instead of something that is intangible. But what we are wanting to say to you, in doing so, you're holding yourself in vibrational discord to what's in your vortex. Okay. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? And isn't this a good opportunity to talk about this condition? And we get it. Of course it is satisfying to lay your eyes on someone, to see them and hear them and smell them and taste them and touch them. Of course we get why that feels like more than imagining them or sensing them or finding the vibrational essence of them. We certainly do understand that, and that is in fact the reason that you're out here on the leading edge wanting to bring the intangible to the tangible. We agree with you. The tangible is way better. But when you make the tangible more important than finding that vibrational place, especially when you already have the history of moving away from that, you hinder your attraction process.
Okay. Because last week when I interacted with him, I said that I think it's best if we don't see each other anymore, because it's easier for me to practice the vibration of what is wanted when I'm not looking at what is. And I know that's a condition. And
Wait, but that's not accurate.
Okay.
It is easier for you to practice a vibration of what is wanted when you're looking right at it. You just don't believe that that which you're looking at is it. Mm-hmm. Okay. In other words, if you were looking right at it and you believed it, it would be happening. Mm-hmm. But you're looking right at it and not believing it. And that's what we're saying. You're too specific because there's too much history that is there. We'll give you a broader way of hearing this. Let's say there are 10 things that matter to you, and 9 of them are going really well. Most humans spend all their time thinking about the one that isn't. And so the basis of their vibration is all about that. Let's flip it a little bit. Let's say that 9 things are not going well and 1 is. You rarely find the one that is and give it your undivided attention. What's up with that? What's up with that? And what's up with that is that most humans, you think that you're here to find a problem and solve it. You think you're here to fix it. In other words, just sort of a normal human thing that you do where you want to think about that thing. But if you could get your mind off of that subject for a little while and just let your natural vibrational frequency about it, if you'd leave it alone, it's like the cork floats on the surface of the water. When you hold it down, you're holding it down, but when you let go of it, it floats back up. Well, if you could just stay off the subject of relationships, you'd float around here. But when you focus on it, you're pulling it down. Your attention to the specifics of that person is not improving your vibrational frequency. Now, our question to you is, can you feel that? Can you feel that? When you were saying to this person, we need to stop seeing each other, what was the reason for it? Because I feel bad when we're together?
Because what I'm looking at is such a contrast from what I want.
And what is it that you're looking at? The absence of what you want.
Of the relationship. Yeah.
And so what are you going to do about that? On the relationship stick, let's say there's 10 sticks and one of them is a relationship stick, and on the relationship stick, on one end of it is what is wanted and on the other end of it is the absence of what is wanted. When you pick up that relationship stick, the absence of what is wanted is dominant, isn't it? Yeah. So don't pick the stick up. Don't let it be the reason that you're offering a vibration. Are there any other subjects when you pick them up that they vibrate in a place that feels good? Yeah. Pick those sticks up, pick those subjects up, focus upon those things. Because now this is going to be hard to hear, and yet it's the easiest thing to hear, and yet it's hard to hear, and yet it's the easiest thing to hear, and yet it's hard to hear. Everything you want, no matter what it is, you want it because you believe you will feel better in the having of it. So it's the feeling better that you're going for. So this stick feels good, this stick feels good, this stick feels good, this stick feels good. Yeah, but that one doesn't. I think I'll pick that one up. Why are you picking that one up? Because I'm lonely. Well, thought you wanted to feel good. I do. Then why have you got hold of that stick? I don't know. Might be habit.
I think it is habit.
It's just habit. It just seems like this is what I should be thinking about because it's the thing that needs the most work. And isn't the thing that needs the most work what I should be focused upon? No. The thing that you should be focused upon is the thing that causes you to connect with source, that gives you clarity. What you're reaching for is the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance is the path to what you want. I think I'll pick up that stick. Is that the path of least resistance? Is that the stick of least resistance? No. It's the hardest stick I've got. Then why did you pick it up? I don't know. Put it down. I can't let go of it. I can't let go of it. But don't you want to be joyful? Yes. Does that stick make you feel good? No. Is that the stick of least resistance? No. Then put it down. I can't put it down. And the reason you can't is because it's been on your mind, because there's momentum going. But as you now get what your goal is, you will be able to put it down. Do you believe that if you put the relationship stick down, that it's like saying to the universe, never mind? Do you think that's what it means? If you don't think about it, then the universe will just say, oh, she's happy, just leave her alone. It isn't how it works, but that really is the way so many of you think. Like you have to stay after it. You just have to wrestle it to the ground and kill it in order to make it work. And that's the opposite of the way this attraction-based, inclusion-based universe works.
Okay. So when it does pop up and I think about it, what's the best way to move away from how I've been holding the stick?
When the subject comes up, by being as general as you can be about it, because the more general you are, the more you will slow the momentum of it. So give us an example of something that pops up. So you're moving along. What are you doing usually when it pops up?
All day, every day.
Okay, so one time during the day when it popped up, what were you doing? Driving. And it popped up, and what did it sound like?
I saw a car similar to him activated me thinking about him, and then straight to...
And then how far down the road do you get quickly?
It depends. Some days I'm
But
really
you went,
good.
so,
yeah, it goes straight to that, oh, it's missing.
all right, so you got there and you got there fast, and so now you want to say something that will make you feel better, and the more general the better you will feel. So all in good time, don't need to think about this now, nothing that I can do about this right now. I like this holding pattern that I'm in the process of diffusing my resistance about this. Don't really know what our real friction was about, but eventually it will come, but I don't have to figure it out right now. Things are always working out for me. Things always do get better eventually. I don't have to think about this right now. Not necessary to think about this right now. Really feels better not to think about this right now. So there is a diffusion in that kind of conversation. What's another thing that you might be doing?
Listening to music.
That'll get you every time, won't it? Because the music is all about love gone bad. Love gone. Love gone bad. And so Esther just about wears the buttons off on her car changing the station, because it's all about you're gone. So don't do that. Don't turn on the music. Don't turn on the music. Have you noticed that different times of the day they play different music? Have you noticed that sometimes of the day the music feels good and sometimes of the day the music doesn't feel good? Turn it on when it feels good. Don't turn it on when it doesn't. In other words, do anything that you can do. What else might you be doing?
Sitting at home, or it just seems to be constantly, even being here, because he's been here with me before to see you in different locations. So it's kind of infused with my perception of us.